Hey everyone, so today's video is a little bit different. I'm doing another one of these cover shows coming up. I'm sure I'll give some more details on that at some point. But one of the songs that I'm going to be doing is the song I by Smashing Pumpkins, which is from the Lost Highway soundtrack. I've been a fan of this song for a long time, so it's exciting to get the chance to get to recreate it. I signed up for guitar or bass, just said, give me whatever, and they gave me guitar. I'm going to be working with a keyboard player, drummer, full band really. The keyboard player is going to be doing some of the parts from that. I'm not going to risk playing the track and getting any kind of disclaimers or anything. So what I have done is I've already captured a loop. I didn't want you guys to see me with my feet on the table hitting the switches and things, but that's why this looper is already running here. Let me just run through what I've done. I'm probably going to play my Telecaster, and I don't really have a lot of control over what's on the board, but I want to try to get the SY-200 on there because I have a feeling that I'm going to be able to get the sound that I want out of this. I won't have the Plethora, I'm sure, but this is what I wanted to kind of get. I'm not so worried about the guitar sound, so Telecaster is running straight into this. I don't have any amp sims running. Guitar is into this, and then the tap tuner is more just for me to be able to pull up a tuner. The compressor is important. I always like to run a compressor before the synth pedal. Excuse me. Because I feel like you get a much more consistent synth-like sound out of it if you're giving it something that's kind of a more consistent velocity than what you would typically get with a guitar. So that's why that is, it's not on currently, because you hear it adds quite a bit of noise as much as I had it boosted there. So I'm leaving that off, but it was on for the recording of the loop right there. The effects loop is on its own thing, and reverb is set here. Let's go ahead and get to some of the sounds, because this is going to take a minute here. So what I'm going to do, rather than just playing the song over and over again, the looper is going to be running this. When I turn this on, we're going to be on... Let's be on lead sound number 1. Now, before I do, let me just play. I'm going to turn up the volume knob. You can see the hot knobs I have assigned here. This is the volume or level of this. This is the overall reverb, which I'll start with that down, I suppose. And then let's hear what the loop sounds like. I didn't do too bad capturing the turnaround on that. That's always really hard to do with loopers. So... let's keep it about right there. Bring in some reverb. I don't want to go crazy with it. It's not that drenched, but it's pretty ambient. Now from there, let's go ahead and turn on the synth pedal. Let's adjust this a little bit. So I want less direct signal, more effect. So that one's not going to work. I don't like that one. I'm not even going to mess with it. I wasn't thinking that lead was going to get me the sound I was wanting that much. It's kind of interesting, but not what I want. Nope. Some of these I can tell pretty quickly. Now what I want to do is write down a few of them that might be options. So that one is lead number 9. Let's do that. I'll consider 10. No. Nope. No. No. Something about that one I like, so I'm going to write down 15. Nope. 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 It's kind of cool, but that's not it. That's interesting. I wonder, I'm not going to go through and do all the tone, resonance, depth stuff on all this one. Maybe I can do that later. It's number 26. Maybe this one could be altered a little bit. Nope. Nope. Write down 29. Harmony's interesting. I kind of like that sound, and that's the last one. So out of those 30 different variations of the lead sound, I wrote down 6 of them. That's quite good to narrow it down to. And that's not saying that all those other ones I didn't use are bad. It's just that they're not the specific sound that I'm looking for. People are going to care about it. I'm going to care about it. Other people that I'm playing with are going to care about this. So I want to do this process. And I was going to do it anyway. I was like, oh, let's break out the camera and do it in front of you guys. So let's go to the pads now. I didn't think this one was going to be a category with much success. Honestly, I'm expecting the bell to probably be where I find it. Nope. So far, the pad category is a bust. I was hoping I would say that and something good would come out. Nope. Not quite. Not even gonna write that one down. That was the closest, but still. It's almost like it needs an extra kind of filter on it. But I don't want to be like bringing a whole bunch of pedals up there. Nope. 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 Okay, so nothing in the pads. I'm gonna skip that altogether. Strings. All of them, if I had to write down one, I would probably say 13. Okay. Just for reference, let me, because even I'm getting a little ear fatigued just from all these and hearing the difference, so I'm just going to pull up on Spotify just that intro part that I'm trying to recreate. And then so on from there. I'm not going to play too much of it, but you see what I'm going for with it. Let's turn the volume back up on that. So strings were kind of a bust. Not as bad as the pads, though. These are definitely closer, but still not right on it yet. Maybe I can mess with 2. It's got a cool sound to it, number 3. I could darken that up a little bit. I'm gonna write down 4. Nope. Nope. What's that one? Number 10? Let's write that one down. Just keep knocking them out here. Oh, that's the last one. Okay. Still, out of 12 options, picking 5 of them, really not that bad. Organ, I don't know what we'll find. That's interesting. I probably won't use it, but I'll write it down. Too dark. Too vibrato-y. That's kind of cool. Let's write down number 6. No. Some of the organ ones are a little too organ-y, but they're kind of cool sounds, though. Some of these have a little bit too much modulation kind of built into them. It just sounds like straight up pipe organ. So of the 13 options, I only got 2 out of that one. Let's keep going. So this is the bass. I don't expect to find anything here. That one is not it. Nope. Nope. I'll write down 4 just because that one's kind of interesting. Nope. Interesting. 6. Nope. Nope. Has a tone to it that I wasn't crazy about. Okay, so not crazy about the basses. I wrote down 2 of them. These dual ones, these have potential. Oh, it's got an interesting tone to it. Let's write down 2. Nope. Got kind of a weird wah effect I don't like. I'll write down 6 if I can dial that out. That's not the sound, but it's kind of complex without being weird like this one. I can do something with 9. Okay, that's all for those. From here out, I have much lower expectations. Sweep. Nope. 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 Alright, sweep is a wash. Noise. Oh, wow. Let's turn that one down. That's awful. Nope. Now that one. That's interesting. Noise number 4. Let's hang on to that. That's our last option for 2. Special effects. Nope. Start back at 1. Nope. Nope. Maybe that one could be dialed. That's number 3. Huh, 4. That's interesting. Nope. 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 What do we have there? 21? Hang on to that one. Nope. Okay. I doubt we're gonna find anything here, but let's just click through them. Sequencers. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah. Oh. Terrible. That's funny. It's kind of unexpected. That number 14. Huh. I wasn't expecting to find anything in there. Nope. Okay, and last category, arpeggios. So let's see. Out of these, what do we have? 6, 7, another 5 onto that. It's 12, 14, 16, 19, 20, 24. So out of 170 sounds in this thing, I came up with 24 potential options. That gives me like a much better scope of what I have to work with, because sometimes this can be a bit of too many options with it. So narrowing it down with that, now I can go through and start messing with things like the tone, tempo, depth, rate, whatever the different assignments are for each of these categories. So now that I've done that, I feel a lot better about it. I definitely found nothing that was like right on, so I'm still gonna have to go in here and do some altering. There was nothing that like really nailed it for me, which I wasn't really expecting either. But yeah, it's kind of cool here, and I like what I was able to do with the Plethora. Even if I don't use the Plethora on a board, or if it doesn't come with me, I like the single button looper on it. I almost use HX Stomp, but I kind of have a hard time operating the looper on that one. I like the simplicity of this looper quite a bit more there. And I'm not even using any guitar sounds. I was using zero dry signal on here, so all you were hearing was the affected signal. I had it in stereo panned left and right, which I would recommend listening to it not on your cell phone. Put on some headphones if you really want to get the full effect of that. So the search is not over for this, but that was a huge help being able to do that, and I hope that this process of doing this is insightful for you as well, and be able to see this and just part of the process of dialing in these sounds. I hope to come up with something that I'm really happy with, that people come up and ask about, after we're done, and I'm able to, oh yeah, I did this, and, point them to this video or something. So thank you guys so much for your interest in watching and sticking with, and whether you're interested in the Plethora X5, the Boss SY-200. I'm also using the SSL2 Plus interface and the EAE Stomp Mix 4 to kind of mix my stereo guitar signal and my vocal mic, since the SSL2 is only a 2-channel input device there. So again, thank you guys so much, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks.